In recent years, a new approach to dementia has emerged: the creation of fake towns, or simulated environments designed to resemble a specific era, often the 1950s or 1960s. One facility featured in a widely circulated documentary recreated a 1915-style town for Alzheimer's patients, complete with vintage storefronts, period-appropriate newspapers, and staff dressed in era-appropriate clothing. The idea is rooted in the concept of reminiscence therapy. For people with Alzheimer's and other forms of dementia, short-term memory is often impaired, but long-term memories, especially from young adulthood, can remain vivid. By surrounding patients with familiar sights, sounds, and routines from their formative years, these environments aim to reduce anxiety, confusion, and agitation. Anecdotal reports from staff and families are striking. One caregiver described how a resident who was previously withdrawn and agitated began smiling and engaging in conversations when she entered a recreated 1960s cafe. Another resident who hadn't spoken for weeks started singing along to songs from his youth played on a jukebox. Family members reported that visits became less stressful, with loved ones appearing calmer and more content. But the impact of these simulated environments extended beyond patients with dementia. In a controlled study, researchers observed that even neurotypical staff and visiting family members experienced improved mood, reduced stress, and a sense of nostalgia while spending time in recreated towns. One nurse explained, "It's like stepping into a memory. Even if you don't have dementia, you feel a kind of comfort and connection to the past." Sociologically, these fake towns raise important questions about authenticity, autonomy, and ethics of care. Critics argue that creating a simulated reality could be seen as deceptive, potentially infantilizing adults by immersing them in an artificial world. But proponents counter that and say the primary goal is well-being, not deception, and that the environments are designed to meet residents where they are rather than forcing them to confront a confusing present. This approach also highlights broader issues in how society treats aging and memory loss. In many Western countries, elder care is often medicalized and institutionalized, with little attention paid to emotional or psychological needs. The fake town model challenges this by prioritizing comfort, community, and emotional connection over clinical efficiency. There's also deeper sociological implications. So the popularity of these environments reflects a collective yearning for a simpler time, a nostalgia that is not limited to dementia patients. So in a rapidly changing world, the simulated town becomes a sanctuary not just for residents, but for staff and families seeking respite from the anxieties of modern life. Ultimately, the creation of Alzheimer's fake towns is a window into how we understand memory, identity, and care. It forces us to ask, what does it mean to honor someone's lived experience? How do we balance truth and comfort in caregiving? And what does our fascination with the past say about our discomfort with the present? The use of simulated environments in dementia care is still evolving, but it's already sparked new conversations about dignity, empathy, and the social construction of reality. As more facilities experiment with this model, ongoing research and ethical debate will be crucial in shaping how we care for some of society's most vulnerable members, and by extension, how we care for ourselves.